Good morning, museum friends and families. It's Miss Teal from the San Diego Children's Discovery Museum, here with another art activity you and I can do together from my home in Ramona. Today's inspiration artist is named George Rodrigue, and he was a lover of dogs. He had a little terrier named Tiffany, who, like all dogs, would sit very close and watch George to see if he was happy or sad, or whether or not he was ready to give her a belly rub. George drew a lot when he was a young boy because he was very sick with something called polio. And then when he grew up, he went to college in California to learn how to be a professional artist. He did go back home though, and his home is one of the most special places in the United States. It's called the Bayou of Southern Louisiana. A very special group of immigrants came down from Canada. They brought their French language, their food, and their beautiful folk tales and music. This has become part of Louisiana's culture that is very special and was very important to George as being Acadian. He was very worried that with the changing times, that this culture might get lost. So he began to paint the landscape of southern Louisiana and record the very special activities that his people, the Acadian Cajuns of Louisiana. Well, he jumped on the opportunity to illustrate a book about folk stories from the Cajun country called Bayou. In one of the stories, a little ghost dog by the name of Loup-Garou watched over an old house in a cemetery. That drawing was inspired by George's dog Tiffany, and Tiffany became the blue dog that you would see in many paintings that George did. Here is my Loup-Garou, inspired by George's blue dog. Would you like to draw a blue dog with me today and color it? Let's go over to the craft table and make Loup-Garou. To begin our drawing today, we're going to take a piece of paper, just regular copier paper, and then we're going to fold it in half. Fold it again. That's twice. 3 times. And one more time. Why would we do that to our beautiful piece of paper? Well, artists use something called a grid line in order to draw. Very first thing we're going to do is to draw a rectangular nose. All drawings really are just shapes put together. So I'm going to talk about a soft pillow-like rectangle, a circle, and a triangle today. If you find the middle of your paper, put your finger right there. Perfect. That's where you're going to put the nose. The nose is shaped like a rectangle. So let's go ahead and draw that now. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the muzzle. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to give her a lip. Draw a little curved hill. I'm going to make our loup-garou's head start just where her nose is. See how I did that? And then I'm going to go up and over her muzzle. I think she needs her eyes. Let's go ahead and draw round circles for eyes. I'm going to have them sit on right below one of those grid lines. I can measure a little bit too, just like that. So now it's time to draw Tiffany's body. So I'm going to start up here and go all the way down. I'm going to create almost a soft pillow for her foot. And what I need to do is to make a chest. See how I'm making almost like a letter M? She has great, big, wonderful puppy dog ears. We're going to give her those eyebrows. See how her ears are darker in the middle. We're going to shade them with a dark blue. Go ahead and draw a jagged inside of her ear. That makes her look like she has fur there. Color that whole eye, even where the black pupil will be in just a second. Go ahead and color it in. I'm going to take my black marker and just fill that in. The next thing you'll want to do is just put a little tear duct on the bottom of Tiffany's eyes. I circled them with black, and then I put 2 little tiny triangles on either side of the outer circle. Now her nose is like a soft pillow, so I'm going to draw my rectangle a little softer looking. I'll outline it. And then we have nostrils, right? That's where the air comes into our nose. So I'm just going to draw 2 little ovals. And then I'm going to color around those tiny little ovals. Now I'm going to go ahead and outline our blue dog's muzzle. I'm going to use the fattest part of my marker, and I'm going to actually go like that, and then like this. So I'm going to use a little motion just like this. See, I'm going like in little circles all the way around her face. I'm going to give her a little shadow with the dark blue right under where her chin would be. And then I'm going to take my dark blue marker and do the same thing for those ears. I'm just like going around and around in little circles to make it look more like fur. Well, that was a lot of fun. We learned different techniques for coloring our blue dog in. I really hope you had a great time. For more online activities, go to online.sdcdm.org. Post your blue dog to Facebook and tag me, would you? I'd love to see what you've done. Until the next time that we get together to do an art activity at home, keep making art and having a good time.